Are you a campfire because wait, no. Are we in a campfire and am I making us s'mores because I want some more? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Radiant Tale. I'm really excited. Last episode was really too short and it's been forever, so let's get back to it. This is the story of Pascalia. Anyways, we're in the Water Kingdom. Let's see what happens. I finished my cleanup, so I went over to check on Pascalia. Huh? Where is he? There wasn't any garbage on the ground, so he must have finished it before me. Where in the world did he... Whoa!
君、ちょっと
Excuse
いい
me,
かな?
may I have a moment? Pascalia was actually blocking a couple who had been walking side to side.
なんでお前
Hey,
突然割り込んできやがって
why did you interrupt us, I'm so sorry. Pascalia, did you forget the superstition here? We can't disturb them. Frantically, I pulled on his arm and he let out a small of realization.
ごめん。
Sorry,
君たちの邪魔をするつもりはなかったんだ。水の魔力を
I
感じ
sensed
て。
water magic and stopped thinking.
は
Excuse
魔
me?
力
Magic?
さっきからごちゃ
You've
ごち
been
ゃ
spouting nonsense the whole time. I won't fall for your
騙
tricks.
さお前
You talked to us because she's pretty, didn't ya? Huh? Yikes, she's got the wrong idea. That's not the...
うん、
Yes,
君の言
you're
う
right.
通りだ。
I think she's
彼
very
女は
pretty.
とても綺
This
麗だった。
dumb... What? I'd attempted to shield Pascalia, but then my eyes widened at his unexpected reply. Oh, so... Why am I jealous? What the hell? Like, bro, we're just getting to know this guy. Likes that kind of girl. Yeah, sure. True, she was an incredible beauty, even to my eyes. She had blue hair and blue eyes, in a similar shade to Pascalia's. If these two stood side by side, they would look lovely. So, it's because she has a water spirit, you dumb girl. Tafalia is stupid. Yeah, I mustn't forget that he's a man who... To think somebody's pretty? Are you serious, Tafalia? What the hell? I hate it when enemies do this. It's like, oh, you're so pretty. And then all of a sudden you're like, I should have known he has those desires to call someone pretty? Yeah. Okay. I'd known that very well, but I felt as if I'd been forced to suddenly face reality. Bro, you live with 5 men. Like, let's take a breath.
やっぱり彼女に
So
気
you
がある
really
んだな
weren't in her,
言っ
huh?
とく
I'm
けど
warning you, no. Yes,
君
this
にとっ
lady
て
is the
彼
one
女
for
が
you.
一番なように、
Just like how she is the one
僕
for
の
me.
一番は彼女なんだ。
He abruptly hugged my shoulder and pulled me closer, snapping me out of it. Huh? Pascalia?
ティファリア、
Tafalia,
好きだよ。
I love you. Oh my god! What? I felt something soft to my cheek that quite literally took my breath away. A kiss? And what's going on?
ごめん。
Sorry,
こう
I
でも
thought
し
this
ない
was
と
the only way to convince
彼
him.
が納得しないかなと思って、ちょっとだけ付き合っ
Could
て。
you please go along with it for now? Hearing what he whispered into my ear, I felt embarrassment overflowing. Oh, oops, I ended up getting all nervous for nothing. I need to calm down. We're only trying to get out of the situation peacefully.
でも僕、
But that was the
Kiss
first time I've ever
したの初めて。
kissed anyone. That marks my first kiss. On the
ファース
cheek!
トキスだ。
Let's calm down now. I tried. Oh, it was my first time too, you know. Wait, he called it a first kiss, but does it count if it's on the cheek? No, it really doesn't. I nearly had a meltdown, but Pascalia leaned away just in time.
誤解させてご
Sorry
めん
for
ね。
giving you the wrong impression.
僕、
I'm actually just
水の魔
looking for
力を持
people
った人
with
を探
skill
して
in
て、
water magic.
たまたま彼
She
女が目
happened
に
to
留ま
catch
った
my
か
eye,
ら、
which is why I
声を
called
か
out
け
to
ただけ
her.
なんだ。
それならいい
Fine then, I guess.
分かってくれて
I'm
よかっ
glad we
た。
cleared that up.
じゃあ僕た
Okay,
ちも
we were in the
デー
middle
ト
of a
の途
date
中
as
だ
well,
ったか
so
ら。
we'll take our leave. Pascalia held my hand and began walking away with brisk strides. That was insane. I told myself that I shouldn't care too much about it, but the heat in my cheeks remained. Pascalia isn't affected at all, but Look at me. Ugh, it's so embarrassing. As that thought crossed my mind, Pascalia suddenly halted his footsteps.
ごめん。
Sorry, I
歩
was
くのが
walking
早か
too
ったよね。
fast. He's blushing. When Pascalia turned around, I seemed to spot a slight flush in his face. That's fine. Trying to skirt around the awkwardness in the air, I changed up the topic. That lady had water magic, right? Are you really gonna pass up on this chance?
あ
Oh,
Are.
yeah, that's okay.
近づいてみて
When
分
I
かっ
get
たんだけ
closer to
ど、
her, I realized she was actually a
彼女、
water elemental
水の
fae.
属性の幻獣だったみたい。
Wait, really? I had no clue.
もし彼氏に
If
も
she
内
were
緒に
keeping
し
it
てたら
secret from
悪
her
いし、
partner, it'd be unfair of me to
現状じゃ
expose
僕の
her
欲しい
and Faye
答え
can't
は
give
も
me
ら
the
えない
answers
か
I
ら。
want. So Faye and humans... Oh, is this the hint of Faye and humans can have a relationship? His explanation made a lot of sense, so I let out a breath of relief. But then, for some reason, Pascalia's shoulders seemed to tense with the start. He hurriedly let go of my hand.
あ
Are you...
さっきの
You're mad about what just happened,
怒っ
right?
た。
He was almost like a child bracing for a scolding. I shook my head. No, I was surprised, but I'm not mad. Hearing my words, Pascalia let out a long sigh of relief.
よかった。
I'm so glad to hear that.
君に
don't
は
want you to
嫌われたく
dislike
ない
me.
から。
For some reason, those words seemed to have the same weight as in, I like you. I couldn't even dislike you over something. I could never dislike you over something like this. I ended up blurting that out without thinking.
そっか。
I see. Yeah. He looked happy, even somewhat shy. There was a tightness in my chest, but I didn't dislike the feeling.
なんだか暑いね。
It's a little hot here.
喉
I'm
乾いちゃった。
feeling thirsty. Me too. They're selling drinks over there.
それじゃ、
Okay,
買い
let's
に行
buy
こうか。
some. This time, we walked side by side at the same pace. It wasn't anything significant, but it felt more special than our usual moments together. Ugh, this is sweet. I think Pascalia, as Elizabeth, I'm not into, like, shit. Like, that's a lie. Like, I love people who are, if you wanted to know, I love people who are like, this is what I want. And I love people who don't want to be, like, it's hard to explain. Like, I love me a shy person. Like, I mean, it doesn't, like, shy, extrovert, introverted, whatever, authoritative, whatever. But, like, Pascalia is I can't fall in love with somebody who sees somebody else flirting with me and goes, that's okay. Like, nah, bro, try to get me, you know what I mean? In a respectful way, because there is a line. I feel like I've said this before, there is a line. But yeah, I love shy people, and I love strong people, and I love fast people, and I love smart people. Like, you know what I mean? But I prefer Zephora over Pascalia because I like how just like present Zephora is. Like, I feel like Pascalia you could easily forget about unless it's about him. Like, Zephora is hard to forget about even when the story isn't about him because he always inserts himself. Same with like Ray, and same with like, honestly, and but then we have Ion, who I guess is somewhat like Pascalia, but the way he holds himself is more like present than Pascalia. Maybe that's just me as a person. Maybe other people love Pascalia because of that. I mean, obviously everyone has a different type. But anyways, I just want to say that. But as Thalia, I think Pascalia is perfect for her because he's very patient, very like going, very. I've talked about this last episode, but the way his story is, it can like truly could traumatize somebody. But for him, it's very much like he's still calm, like the water. So I don't know. I feel like for Thalia, he's definitely somebody I'm keeping an eye out for. We reconvened to report on the day's findings from the city, but before we began... What's this black stuff? Oh, it's squidding paste. Pasta. A pasta dish in Orient that uses squid and bean sauce. It's rare to find outside Orient since it's the only city where one can easily produce fresh squid. The hint of garlic that wheats your appetite, the slight sting of chili pepper, and the brinky taste of squid and ink melt together in perfection. However, it will turn your mouth ink black after consumption. Sounds fantastic. Let me get in that. Oh. Hello? Oh, you can to see the full thing. It's fun. Anyways, we were having a dinner featuring local ingredients from Orions.
イカってこ
It's
とは
squid, so
食える
it's
のか？
edible.
あ
Yes,
新鮮な
I
イカと
obtained the
あ、オ
sausage
リエンスで
shop
有
that's
名な
famed
店
for
の
their
ソー
fresh
スも手
squid.
に入った。
黒いね。
It's very black. We don't really get to eat it anywhere else. Don't worry, I tasted it and it was pretty good. So go on, try it.
イカスミって歯が黒くなっ
This
ち
will
ゃ
make
うの
my
よね。
teeth turn black. Well, I don't have any bodies today, so I suppose it's not a big deal. Guys, come on, let's talk and more eating. Saying that, Junior took a bite and everyone nervously followed his example. Whoa! This is good!
リーベルに来たお客さ
I
んが言っ
guess
て
you
たけど
can
よ。
tell everyone's
イカス
mentioned
ミっ
that
て
squidding's
体にいいらしい
good for
ぜ。
your health.
そうなの？
Really?
この見た
You
目
would
からは
never know
想
given
像
how
つ
it
かないね。
looks.
なんでも美
Yeah,
肌効
gives
果
you
とか
fabulous
肌
skin
入り
and
効果があ
apparently
る
has
んだよ。
anti-aging properties.
それは口が
Oh,
汚れるのを
my
気にしてる
mouth
場合じゃ
there.
ないよ
Getting
ね。
stained is a total sacrifice in that case.
おい、
Hey,
飛ばすな。
don't get it everywhere. If you get squidding on your clothes, it'll be hard to clean the stains, so be careful. Sorry,
こ
I
こ
already
ついちま
got
っ
some
た。
on me.
海水を用意
I
して
have seawater ready.
乾
It
燥
is
する
fine
前
if
に
we
処
treat it
置を
before it
施せば
dries.
大丈夫。
備えあれば憂いなしってやつだね。
こいつなら高確
Mowing
率
these
でやら
guides
かす
will
だろう
likely
し。
claim to be
予
mess
想
up
は
and
容
not
易だ
so.
な。
Good call.
汚したら悪かっ
Sorry
た。
about that, Sephora.
ザブラ。
Teach me how to eat without getting
飛ばさ
anything
ずに食べる
everywhere.
方法を。
いいだろう、教えて
I
やる。
suppose I
簡単だ。
can. It's
食べる
easy.
のやめろ。
Just stop eating.
それは無理だ。食いたい。
You know, I can't do that.
ビリオの食べっぷ
The
りは
vigor he
見
eats
てい
with is
て
quite
すがすがし
refreshing
いか
to
ら
see. You do not have
気
to
にし
mind
なく
it.
ていい。
Yeah, it makes us cooks much happier when people enjoy our food. Oh yeah. After finishing off the black pasta, we washed our clothes before the stain stuck. Then, we began our reports, seated around the now clean table.
昨日都市に来た
I had
時も
many
そうだった
encounters with proposals and
プロポー
weddings,
ズや
much
結
like the
婚
one
式
we
に
came
遭遇
across
する
shortly
回数
after we
は
arrived.
この都市では
Does the
そう
city
い
have
う
an
ことを
unspoken
必
rule
ず
about
人
making
前で
these
やる
events
という
into
決ま
public
りでもあるん
displays?
だろう。
くっつく奴らも
Not
多い
a
が
lot of people get
同じ
together
くらい
here,
別
but
れ
the
るやつ
same
も多い
number
んだ。
break up. Damn, that's
目
crazy.
の前で別れる
I
やつ
saw
を
lots of
何
couples
組も見
split.
たな。愛を尊
They
ぶ
say
と
the
か言い
city
なが
cheers
ら
is love, but
あれは
after
正
seeing what I
直
saw,
呆れちま
I
っ
don't
た
know what to
ぜ。
tell you.
人間っていうのは
So
一度
humans
つがい
will
になっても
regularly separate even
結
after
構
they take
簡単
someone
に
as
離
their
れちまう
mate.
もんなんだな。
精霊魂が廃
That's
れたこ
pretty
とからは
apparent, especially with
それ
how the
は明
live
らか。
vows went out of fashion.
そうだね。
Yeah, I
精
heard
霊
that there
魂
are
は誓
serious
いを破ったら
consequences if you break the
重
leave
い罰
vows.
がある。でも本当にその人
If
だ
you
けって
truly
決
have
め
your
た
heart
な
set
ら
on one person,
揺
your
るが
love
ない
would
はずだ
never
と思
waver.
う。精霊さん
The
も
spirits would be so sad
祝
if a
福
couple
した
they
カッ
blessed
プルが
broke
別れ
up.
たら今のオリエンスで
Right now, few
精
people in
霊のため
Orients
に
have the
痛める
compassion
心
to
を
care
持ち合
about
わせてる
people's,
やつは
how
少ない。
spirits feel.
ここの奴らが優
Likely
先
because
す
they
るのは
prioritize being
見え
entertained
ない
in the
ものよ
moment
り
over
目
paying
先の
any
娯楽
attention
だ
to
ろうか
something
ら
they
な。
can't see.
確かに
The entertainment
娯楽の
options
た
are,
めに
here
他
are
の都市
indeed
に
more
比べて
plentiful
多か
compared
っ
to
た
other cities.
あ
Yeah,
個人
there
の
are
路
tons
上
of
パフォー
individual
マンス
street
も多い
performers
が
with even the small
小
stages
さなステー
thriving
ジも
as
賑わっ
well.
て
競合相
That
手が
means
多い
we've
っ
got
て感
lots
じ
of
か。
rivals. On the other hand, it means that people would be willing to come. Once they spot our big show tent, I'm sure they'll be interested. The king's backing will probably help us attract an audience too.
確かにそうか
I
も
think
な。
you're right. Right, Jinya, did you get permission for us to set up our tent?
もうバッチリ。
Yep, I did a fabulous
水中庭園の
job, but we
広場
can use the plaza in the
使えるわよ。
underwater park. Awesome. In that case, as long as we do promotion, we should get enough spectators.
すごいね。
Wow, we got
あの
permission
広
to
場
use
を
the
使わ
park,
せても
huh?
らえる。
俺は外から見た
I
だ
only
けだ
glanced.
けど。
I only had a glance
人
from
間って
outside, but can humans
水の
actually
中でも
breathe
息ができ
underwater?
るのか？
そんな人間
If they
も
existed,
しい
the
る
only
としたら
humans who could probably do that would be
強い水
someone
の精霊
contracted
と
with the
契
storm
約し
water
てる
spirits,
パ
like
スハリアくら
Pascalia.
いだろ。
あの庭園
We've
全体に
enchanted
レ
the
ーベの
entire
魔法
wall
が
park
かけ
with
られて
magic,
て
and the water is
誰でも
special.
呼吸が
Anyone
で
can
きる
breathe
特
in
殊な
there.
そっ
Oh,
か。
well, I see, that's
すげえ
amazing.
な。
But if we're performing
で
there,
も
I guess we
そうす
can't
る
use
と
any
さすが
fire.
に火は使え。
Yeah, that's why we need to come up with an even more different program than usual.
どうしたんだ、パスハリア。
Pascalia, what is it?
何か言
If
い
you
た
want
い
to
こと
say
があるなら
something,
言え。
speak up. Thank you.
ありがとう。
You really are a kind
やっ
person,
ぱりザフラ
Sephora.
は優しい。勘違いするな。
Don't get the wrong
優しさ
idea.
じゃない。
I'm not being kind. A group
喋らない奴
discussion
が
won't
一
get
人でも
anyway
い
if
ると
someone stays quiet, so
会議
I'm
が進まない
prompting
から
you.
催促してる。
クルトラの時の
That's rich coming from the guy who did the exact same thing in Cultura.
黙れ毛玉
Silence,
塩水につけて干
Football.
す
I'll dunk you in salt water and dry you in the sun.
やめろ
No,
俺様の
don't!
キューティクル
Think
が
of my
死ぬ
wonderful cuticles.
この都市は水
I
の
hear
精
that
霊
there are
が
many
多い
water
と聞い
spirits
た
in the city. I'm sure that there are some things
パ
only
スハリアにしか
Pascalia
わ
would
からない
notice.
ことが聞かせてもらえ
May
る
I ask for your input?
うん
Yes,
僕
I went to the
水中庭
underwater
園に行
park,
ったん
but
だけど
the scene I saw there
そこで
bothered
見
me.
たことが水中庭
It
園
was a
は
spectacular place,
確かにす
yes,
ごく綺麗
but
な
in
場
all
所だ
good
ったんだ
honesty, I don't think it's a good place for the spirits.
大精霊が
But
作っ
the
た
great
場所
spirit
な
of
のに
water made it, right? There were a lot of wind spirits in Cultura's labyrinth, and their great
風
spirit
の精
made
霊が
that.
たくさん
人が捨てたゴミが水
The
中に
water
漂
has
って
been
たり
made murky by
水が
pollution.
汚されて濁
To
っ
say
てたり
nothing of the litter that
精霊
drifts
さ
in
ん
the
たち
spirit. The spirits
す
are
ご
very
く困ってた
troubled.
清掃員さん
There
も
aren't nearly
全
enough
然足りて
janitors
ない
to
み
keep
たい
up
で
either.
祝い事や祭り
They
は
make the
精霊
spirits
に
help
手
with
伝わせるのに
celebrations and festivals,
そういう
but
配
people
慮は
don't
でき
pay
ない
any
んだな
courtesy in return, huh?
精霊は住む場所を
Humans are
汚されて
selling
い
their
る
home, yet the spirits are
そ
still
れでも
willing to
人
help
間に
us.
手を貸して
大精霊の霊
Like
で
how
も
the
そう
great
だった
spirit
みたい
Beeve
に
loved humans. Many of the
水の
little
精
water
霊さんた
spirits
ち
love
は
humans as well.
に精霊さんたち
Time
は
doesn't make marks.
昔から
Make
ずっと
oh my
変わ
god!
らない
Time doesn't make marks on spirits as it does us. They're still the same, but
人間は変わっちまっ
the
た
humans have changed, right?
精霊さんに
Everyone
愛さ
says
れ
that
た
this is
町
a
だっ
city
て
beloved by spirits.
この町の人
The
たち
people
は
here don't treat them with
精
respect
霊
or
さんた
care
ちのこ
at
とを
all.
みんなには見
I
えな
know
いか
that
も
most
しれない
people
けど
cannot see them, but they're still
確か
there.
にそこに
They
いる
really are. Pascalia.
人と違うものを追い
More and more people are so obsessed with their pursuit of something unique that even if they inconvenience others, they ignore it.
ある意味芸術
You could say that it was a tendency of artists, perhaps. Now, though, it's a city full of inconsiderate, egocentric people. He told us before that we would find inconsiderate, egocentric people. And he didn't just mean their treatment of other humans. The spirits, our neighbors, who always support us, became victims as well.
そういや前に
That
来た
reminds
時よ
me,
り
I feel like
精
there's
霊の
less
数も
spirits
少
around
なくな
compared
って
to my
る気が
last
する
visit.
観光客が増
Due
え
to
た
the
せい
increase
で
of tourists, the
目
people
先の
likely
利
only
益
have
優
eyes for
先になっ
immediate
てるなど
profits.
この町の精
The
霊は
spirits here
好意で協力し
help
てる
purely
だ
out
け
of goodwill, and like
クルトラ
Cultura,
の
they
精
don't
霊と
receive
違っ
fitting
て
compensation for
働
their
きに見合っ
work.
た精霊さんが
The
好意
spirits
で
don't
やってくれ
necessarily
てる
need
ことだ
payment,
から
but
感謝の気持ちす
people
ら
don't even
示さ
show
れ
them
ている
gratitude. They're taken for
というわけだ
granted.
うん
Yeah.
見
Being
えない
unseen
からっ
doesn't
て
mean anyone has the
ない
right
が
to
しろに
disregard
して
them.
いいわけじゃないのに
That's so real.
この町の問題は
The
その
problems
辺
of
に
the
あり
city
そうだ
probably
な
stem from that.
な
I
んとか
guess
そ
we'll have
こ
to
も
put
分
on
か
a
らせ
show
る
that
よう
will
な
open
内
their
容にしなきゃ
eyes.
いけねえ じゃあさ
Then it wouldn't let
精霊の
letting
言葉
everyone
を
hear the
聞い
voice
て
of
も
the
らえばいい
spirits
んじゃ
in
な
the
いか
trick.
あのな
Listen to
ほ
yourself.
とんどの人
They
間は
can't even
見
see
ること
spirits.
は
How do you
おろか
expect them to
言
understand
葉
their
すらわからない
language?
幻獣と同
Have
じ
you
ように見聞
forgotten
きす
that
ること
only
ができるの
contractors
は
can hear them
契
like
約
I
者だけ
can?
だ見えない人間に
It's
も
probably
疑似
possible
的
to
に見
make
えるよう
people
にするこ
see
とはでき
spirits
る
through
と思うが
artificial means, but
言葉は無
voices
理
would
だ
be
ろう
pushing it. Making people hear spirits. Just how would we do that? I couldn't see spirits either. Unless Pascalia Villo already told me, I wouldn't even know where they were. I was lost as to what to do, but then
僕が
I'll
代弁するよ
act as their proxy. Pascalia, who usually didn't take the initiative to present his opinions,
この町の人たちに
I want the citizens of
精
the
霊さ
city
んた
to
ち
know
の
what
気持ち
they're
を知っても
feeling.
精霊さ
I
んの
need to
力に
help
な
the
りたいんだ
spirits. Made a bold declaration, which was met by words of encouragement from all around.
あ
Sounds good. I also think that you should be the one to fill that role,
あ
Pascalia.
パスハリアなら
I'm sure that the spirits would be willing to help if you're the one asking.
パスハリアの容姿は
I believe
精
your
霊
looks
の
are very
言葉を
fitting
伝え
as a
るのに
spokesperson for
と
the
ても
spirits.
適していると
I agree.
ま
Well, an
何も知
oblivious
らない
person on the
人間
street
に
would probably just go
こい
with
つは
it
精霊
if
だって言
someone
え
told
ば
them he was a
信じるレベ
spirit.
ルだしいいんじゃないか
So yeah, why not?
パスハリアを通して
Okay, it'll be
精
shown
霊
where we
たちの
channel
言
the
葉
voice
を
of the
届ける
spirits
ショ
through
ーだな
Pascalia.
じゃあ今回は
Which means
この
I will
町
need
の
them
精
to
霊
join
た
us
ちにも
this
シ
time
ョー
as
に
well.
参加もちろん
Of course, we'll make sure to prep offerings of gratitude in exchange. I nodded along as everyone spoke their minds. Then let's make it an especially enchanting show that'll put Pascali's looks to good use.
よし
Alright, so we'll start promotion and recruitment tomorrow. Sounds good. Hell yeah! We agreed to split into 2 teams. Each group would have 1 member who could see spirits. That way we would cover more ground. Do we get to choose which group we're with? Oh my god, this is gorgeous. The next day, we set out into town. And that's what I'll end it for today. today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really like the city. I don't like the egocentric people, but I do think it is an important lesson to learn to be considerate of others, just like how you wish they were considerate to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.